Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Jacinta. It is the first time here. Thank you for stopping by. This is the part 2 of making of this lace dress. In this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how I joined the pieces we've drafted earlier in the first video. I will show you how to cage your bust, how to join the skin net, and how to go about the making of the sleeve. So this is what you love to learn. Kindly watch till the end. And if you've not watched the first video, the drafting video, I'll be dropping the link in the description box. If you're here to subscribe, please hit on the subscribe button below and also turn on your notification bell, so once I upload a new video, you'll be the first to get notified. Without wasting much time, let's get started with this tutorial. I was done cutting the fabric of each of this pattern piece, and like I said in the previous video that each of these pattern pieces I'm going to be cutting its fabric on fold twice. I'll be using one as the main fabric and the other as the lining. I'll also cut the lace fabric for the back pattern because I'll be using it to cover the main fabric of the back piece. I've gone ahead to iron hairstay on both the main fabric and the lining of the front and back piece. On the main fabric of the front piece, I ironed 5 layers of hairstay upwards from the underbust. I'm going to place the center front and the side front together, front facing front, and join them using 1/2 inch. I'll do the same for the lining of the front piece. This is the lining of the front piece. I also ironed layers of hairstay to it and added my wadding. I'm also going to join the center front and the side front together. This is the back piece. It does not have joining, so I'm going to place my lace on the main fabric of the back piece and join the lace and the crepe fabric together by sewing it round.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in.
I was done joining the center front and the side front, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to notch the seams and open press it. After open pressing, I'll trim off the seam allowance.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right.
I was done trimming, and this is what it looks like. What I'm going to do now is to do my bust caging. For the first boning, I'll start from this side of the bust pad to the other side of the bust pad. Make sure that it crosses the nipple points, the 2 nipple points. I'll be making use of 1/2 inch of sewable boning or regular boning. The way the shape of your pad is, that is how you are going to sew it. Don't straighten it. If you do, your bust cutting is going to be flat. And also, I'm going to be sewing on the 2 sides of the boning.
If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love, moving through me like a wildfire.
I was done, and this is what it looks like on the outside and the inside. You can see how it looks like. I'm going to be joining the next boning. It will be 1 inch downwards from the first boning. The next one is going to be exactly on the dart line. Okay, this same line. That's why I'm going to be joining the next boning on the 2 same lines.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love, moving through me like a wildfire. Like a wildfire. I'm never the same. Whenever you're calling my name, I'm taking my sweet time. Hey, whatever the plan, I know I'm holding the best of me out of my hand. I know you'll always understand. Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side.
I was done with that. I'm going to be marking the other lines I'll be attaching the boning. One is going to be exactly at the center front. And while sewing your boning, make sure you leave ½ inch at the upper part for turning. For the next boning, I'm going to mark 2 inches upwards from the center front, and downwards I'm going to mark 1.5 inches and connect it. I'm also going to do the same thing on the other side of the center front.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right.
For the next boning, I'm going to mark 2 inches upwards from the seam line, and on the down part I'm going to mark 1 inch from the seam and connect with a curve. I'll do the same for the other side of the seam.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking.
Leaving ½ inch from the upper part, I'm going to be sewing another boning following the sweetheart neckline. Lastly, I'm going to be sewing another boning from this side of the bust pad all the way down to the under bust to the other side of the bust pad, like so. So I'll do this off camera and be back. I was done sewing all my boning, and this is what it looks like. I've gone ahead to cut out these pieces of fabric I'll be using as the boning channels. The width is 1.5 inches. You can also use a regular boning if you wish. I'm going to fold it inwards on the two sides like this and iron it, okay? And while folding it, make sure you do not fold too much so that your boning can pass through. This is the non-sewable boning I'll be making use of. The width is ½ inch. So while folding my boning channels, I'll make sure that it is not less than ½ inch so that this boning will pass through. I'm going to be fleshing my bust caging with this fiber. To do that, I will place the hemming gum on the caging and spray water on it. Then I'll place the fiber on it and iron it till it gums to the fabric.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire.
I was done ironing the boning channels. Now I'm going to be creating the boning channels on the lining of the front and back piece. I will sew boning channels on these two seam lines. I will mark the midpoint of these two seam lines up and down and connect with a straight line. Another boning channel is going to be on this center. I will mark 1 inch on both sides of this straight line, and on the upper part I will mark 2 inches on both sides also and connect it. I will mark 2.5 inches from the side front from up to down and connect it. I'll do this on both sides. I'll also mark another one at the center of this seam allowance and the side allowance, and I'll do this on both sides too.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right.
I was done marking where I'll be sewing my boning channels, so I'm going to be sewing the boning channels now. So on each of these lines, I'm going to place my boning channels and sew on both sides of the boning channels.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a crazy love moving through me like a wildfire.
I was done with the front boning channels, and this is what it's looking like. I'm going to be marking the back boning channels. From the center back where I'll be lacing, I'll mark ½ inch inwards. So one boning channel will be here, and the ½ inch I left will be for turning of the center back. From this boning channel, I'm going to mark 1 inch inwards. So this 1 inch space I'm marking is where the eyelet will be. I'll place another boning channel after that 1 inch. So my eyelet is going to be between 2 boning channels. I'm going to place another boning channel after the sewing allowance. I'll mark 2.5 inches from the side back and place another boning channel there. Then you can also mark another boning channel in between this side back and the boning channel that will be at the center back. You can place another boning channel there, but I'm okay with these 3 boning channels at the back. I'll do this for the other back piece. I was not sewing the boning channels for the back piece, and this is it. What I'm going to do now is to cut and straighten the bonings. To do that, I will measure each of my boning channels. I'll measure each of my boning channels and minus 1 inch from whatever measurement I got. So like this one now is 12 inches. I am going to minus 1 inch from 12 inches. It's going to give me 11. So I'm going to be cutting a boning of 11 inches. So the 1 inch we minus is going to be ½ inch for joining of my yoke at the upper part and ½ inch for turning the bottom part. I'm going to do exactly this for all the other boning channels.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right.
I was done cutting my boning channels. I'm going to straighten them by ironing them. I will cover it with cloth before ironing. So I'm going to place a piece of fabric on top of it, then spray water and iron it.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in.
I was done straightening my bonings. I'm going to insert it into the boning channels.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right.
What I'm going to do now is to cut my skein net. So I'll fold my skein net into 2, place my patterns and cut. I'm going to be adding ½ inch round for turning and for joining. I'll be cutting the front and the back 2 times on fold. I'll use the second one to turn the neckline. After cutting, I'm going to turn the neckline of the front yoke, and for this back I'm going to turn all the sides. The only place that will be left open is the armhole and the bottom part where I'll be joining to the main fabric. I was done turning the yoke. What I'm going to do now is to join this back yoke to the back main fabric. So I'll place it front facing front, making sure that the center back of the yoke aligns with the center back of the main fabric. And while joining, please, I'm going to give ½ inch. I'm going to start ½ inch from center back of the main fabric for turning, and I'll join using ½ inch. I'll do this for the 2 back piece. I was done joining the yoke. I'm going to turn it with my lining. So I'll place the yoke like this and place the lining front facing front with the main fabric. I'm going to sew on top, and on this ½ inch I have left at the center back, and I'll also join the allowance side with ½ inch. So I'll be turning it. After sewing, I'm going to be turning it from the bottom part. This is the only place that will be left open. I was done joining the lining and the main fabric of the back piece. What I'm going to do now is to turn it to the right side from the bottom part and iron. I was done turning, and this is what it looks like. I'm going to do the same for the other back piece, and after that I will give it a very good ironing. This is the front piece. I'm also going to turn it. So I'll place the main fabric and the lining together, and I'll sew the upper part and the two sides using 1/2 inch and turn from the bottom part. When you are sewing, use your hemming gum so that once you turn and iron it, it will relax. I was done joining the main fabric and the lining, so I'm notching the 1/2 inch I used to sew. After that, I'm going to turn it to the right side. After turning, I'll give it a proper ironing. I was done ironing, and this is what the inside and the outside looks like. So what I'm going to do now is to join the yoke for the front. I'm going to be tacking the net to this front piece. So first of all, pin the skin net to this sweetheart neckline. Once I'm done pinning, I'm going to use my fishing line and my needle, hand needle, beading needle, please, not hand needle, to start tacking it, okay? And when I'm tacking, I'll be folding the net inwards. I'll fold it a little bit, then I'll tack. Please take your time to do this, okay? So that it will come out very neat. Just like the way you see me doing, go ahead and do your same way. I was done tacking, and this is what it looks like. I really love the outcome. It's very neat. So what I'm going to do now is to join the shoulders of the skin net, and also to join the two sides, the sides of the back and the front. I'll place the front and back piece front facing front and join the two shoulders using 1/2 inch. I'm trying to rush this video because it's getting too long. I didn't expect this video to be this long. So after joining the shoulders with 1/2 inch, I'm going to join the two sides with 1.5 inches. Okay, so I added 2 inches while cutting on my fabric for the sewing allowance, so I'll be left with 1.5 inches. So I'll quickly go ahead and do that on my machine, and I'll show you guys. I was done joining the shoulders and the side. I also attached a short basic sleeve. So what I'm going to do now is to finish up the bottom part. So to do this, I'm gonna have to cut a piece of fabric of about 1.5 inches. I'm going to use this as my bias to turn the bottom part of this top. Okay, so just like the way you turn with a bias, this is how I'm going to be doing this. I will join at the front and top stitch at the back.
Bring me into golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze, love moving through me like a wildfire, like a wildfire. Golden sunlight. If I'm going with you, I know we'll get to the other side. Sinking in, I know this feels right. Catching a breeze. I
was done turning the bottom part, and this is what it looks like. I'll be stopping here for this tutorial because this video is getting so long. In the next video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to go about the making of the skirts, the styling, the draping, and the sleeves. I know you have learned 1 or 2 from this video. Please like, subscribe, comment, and share this video. And do not forget to turn on your notification bell to get notified once I upload a new video. Thanks for watching, and see you guys in the next tutorial.